And we're back for another one, and this is a special this season. I'm always getting asked, who do I support? Why do I support them? I'm a Juve fan. I'm a Bianconeri fan. First is Italy for me. Ozes, my brother that's with me, the special guest that's going to be doing these podcasts from now on, inshallah. We linked up through this. Juventus fan, tick. Italy fan, tick. Your favourite player, Del Piero, tick. He lives in BD3. I live in BD9, and you're like, what the hell? We've just been postcodes apart all our lives. That's all it's been. And once you've seen my TikToks and Goats and Sheep page, the boys were telling him, you need to link up with Didi, man. You need to link up with him. He's the ultimate Italian football fan. So, yeah, we've got Oza on. Lucho, wherever you are, you're going to be watching this. I know you are. You're the one that got us in contact. Yep. So you get all the reward for this. So we need you on one of these podcasts. Next 100%. One or the one after that. He's been saying it forever and ever. He never turns up. So,
inshallah, Lucho. Definitely. What to do? You pull one arm, I'll pull the other arm, and we'll drag him in.
We'll drag him in because a lot of people want to see Lucho back doing what he's doing as well. So get back on your horse, mate. Anyway, it's Juventus only today. As you can see behind me, I've got my Juventus shirts hung up today. Oza's got Juve and I've got Juve and Del Piero on the back as usual. Who else are we going to have? Thiago Motta's our new coach. That's why we're going to start this season. This podcast, before I do carry on, we are going to extend it out to AC into Napoli later on as the season goes on, but it's mainly Juventus based. So the opinions that you're going to hear on this podcast are coming from two Juventus fans. That's all you need to know. So keep that in mind when you're hearing each opinion about Juve. We know about our football club. We're talking from a supporter's perspective here when we're giving our opinions on this. And from a supporter's perspective of, we watch the Serie A probably more than most Premier League fans who watch me as well. And you know I watch the Premier League as much as you lot as well. So it's a different insight into different football. Just before I do get it fully kicked in, the reason is, in my opinion, I think also will agree with me, Italian football is the most competitive football over the last 5 years. I'm not saying it's the best. Listen to what I'm saying. La Liga, in my opinion, is the best football. And 100%. You can't argue with the records and you can't argue. The most competitive league after we dominated and we spunked everyone for a decade, right, is Italy. Because we've had Napoli, Inter and AC winning it in the last 3 years, and they've been close title races except for last season when Inter ran away from it. That's because of Mr. Allegri and his...
I believe it's 4 different champions in 5 seasons.
There you go.
Or 4 different champions in 6 seasons, if you include Juve in that.
Yeah. So there's no other league in Europe that can boast that.
100%,
not at all.
100%.
English league that we're seeing now, Pep's turned it into a farmers league. And we're not throwing shade in the Premier League. I'm just saying the shade that gets thrown in the Italian league by English pundits and English media, and it's become a bit of a stereotype. We're here to hopefully change that and give you a different insight, like I said. Right, Oza, over to you, mate. What do you think of our new manager, Thiago Motta?
To be honest, you know what? I've seen him rise when he was at Spezia. He did a good job there. And then obviously took that step up to Bologna. Bologna established Serie A team now, you know what I mean? And they have been for a few years. And he came there and you could see his football, the way he was around players and stuff like that, you know what I mean? You saw his demeanour around his players. He wasn't, he wasn't like one of them tacticians who would...
Yeah, I get what you mean,
Do you know what I mean?
And he wasn't too dictator as well. He's in the middle. He's got a good balance.
100%. And you know what? I think because of his age and because he's recently retired, so obviously he's not that old, he's recently retired, he'd get involved in the games, do you know what I mean? So as soon as Juve were linked to him kind of thing, automatically I'm watching him, you know what I mean?
Okay,
As you always do kind of thing. And I'm watching the Bologna training sessions and the guy's getting involved, you know what I mean? And he's putting some of these youngsters through their paces, do you know what I mean? And
let's tell the viewers, Thiago Motta was no slouch as a footballer.
Oh, no.
I think everyone's forgetting this, right?
Yeah.
He was number 10 at Euro 2016 for us, and everyone threw a fit then, and De Rossi came out that time.
Yeah.
And he goes, if you know football, you wouldn't even dare question why he's a number 10, because he's a techie baller, man. He was a baller.
Of course, and you know what? I hate to admit it, because he played for Inter.
Yeah, I know.
But top player.
100%, man.
You know
and
I mean?
He was part of the treble winning squad. I think a lot of people probably forget that as well.
And he played for Barca.
Yes, he did.
He played for PSG.
Yes, he did.
Do you know what I mean? So,
with Ronaldinho at both clubs. Yeah. So he's a quality player, right there, man.
Very good player. But again, you could see it in him. He always had something in him to take that step up to management. Yes. And I think when he retired at PSG, he took over the under-18s.
Yeah, he did. He did. I remember that.
And until recently, I think he signed a couple of players for Bologna that were with him.
At PSG then? Yeah, all right, okay.
From the under-19, so he's kind of kept that repertoire with them kind of thing. So if a 19, 20-year-old is turning around and saying, look, I want to join you kind of thing, there must be something about you, do you know what I mean?
Bagula, the guy that scored for us in his debut, me and you text each other, who's this guy? Let's be real, bro.
Yeah.
We're the most diehard Juve fans, right?
100%.
We did not know who Bagula was, even from our next gen program.
I remember texting you at the end of the game, and I says, bro, the man of the match, got a goal and assist, 90 minutes ago, we didn't even know who this kid was.
I remember you texted 100%, yeah.
I said 90 minutes ago, we didn't know who this... And you know what?
I think that's a Motta special.
Of course. And you know what? Long may it last, you know what I mean? So
100%, man. Obviously, we were a bit confused thinking he sold... Well, he didn't sell Sula. No. I want to make this very clear as well. Matthias Sulis came out with it as well, and he said that Motta wanted to keep, man.
Of course.
It was the bloody board that obviously they're doing their dealings, and they're doing it for Motta, so we've got to trust in Guintoli. Before the pod, I was a bit crying to you. You've made me realise now, sat with you. We've got to trust in him because he is doing the right job for Thiago. He's getting everything. Yeah. He's getting the pieces of the puzzle in place for Thiago Motta.
100%. And like we were saying, you know, you come across a lot of clubs, you know, obviously wherever, all over the world kind of thing. And some clubs deal with players and situations in different ways. The way I've looked at Juve, and I've said it to you as well, I says we're very cutthroat.
You made me realise last night, Oze.
You know what I mean? We are very, very cutthroat.
The most ruthless club in world football. Me and Frey were saying it last night. Oze made me realise, I'm putting it out there, is Juventus Football Club. And I'm not saying it like in a good way, I'm just saying it as a statement. We are the most ruthless football club.
And I'll give you an example. I hadn't even mentioned this to you. I'll give you an example. Arturo Vidal.
Oh, yeah.
When he was at Juve, he was one of the best in the world.
Yeah, he was a club legend as well, if you know what I mean.
Legend.
He established himself.
You know what I mean? In 4 or 5 years or however long he was there, I'm sure he was there for about 4 seasons. You know, he was on top of his game. Do you know what I mean? Clubs were linked with him all over, kind of thing. He stayed with us, and Juve showed him that loyalty.
Yeah.
And I believe he was on international duty with Chile, and he got caught drink driving or something.
Yes, I remember this.
What did Juve do? As soon as his transfer window opened, boom, got rid of him.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because they don't want that negative kind of thing. But regardless of whether he was...
The only one that I can say, yeah, and I'm thinking of it right now, is Paul Pogba. I can't believe they even haven't rescinded his contract yet. And your smile says it all.
Yeah.
They've somehow put arm around this guy, and I don't know why, and I don't know how. I don't know what it's about Paul Pogba. They still haven't terminated his contract this season.
No.
All right, he's not number 10 for the official, but if I wanted to go to the club store and probably get his name, they're not going to say to me, you can't put Pogba on the back of your shirt.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it, was it?
I agree. Paul Pogba, I think...
Has he done some jadoo in his law?
He might have. He might have. That's what he's been accused of anyway.
He's doing some voodoo at Juve as well as a club.
To be honest with Pogba, as a Juventus fan, you know, a lifelong Juve fan, Paul Pogba has always got a place in my heart.
He's my John, you know.
You know what? Regardless of, you know, he left us.
His name's on the back of that. He's my John, you know.
You know what? I've got a Pogba shirt at home as well. That exact one as well.
There you go. We think the same.
That exact one.
2 players from when I was growing up that got my heart, right? And I mentioned it before, and I did a post on just now. Paulo Dybala's one. Because this guy's loyalty is insane. The guy's crying like he lost his mum when he's left us, yeah. And Paul Pogba, because obviously as growing up, this guy he grew up at Juventus. Yeah. He matured at Juventus. He won the Golden Boy Award at Juventus. He became the best midfielder in world football, in my opinion, anyway, at that time. Yeah. In European football, especially at Juventus Football Club. You might be thinking, why am I holding a Champions League? We're obsessed with it. It was Juventus.
You know what? Paul Pogba was something else. If that Paul Pogba in that form was at Real Madrid.
Yeah. Or even if that one went to United.
Yeah.
He would have ripped this step. And even when he was on form, he was always good at Manchester United.
2015 UEFA Team of the Year.
Yeah. When we got to the final, 100%. You're right.
Well, at the age of 20 or something.
And he won the Golden Boy that year as well.
Golden Boy. What a player, man.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Guintoli, right? So he sold Sule and now he's going to buy Gonzalez. We were talking about this off camera. I want to bring it on camera.
You know what?
I said I'm trusting in him. Mm-hmm. It's weird to me also.
You know what? You've said Gonzalez. It could be Conceição.
What if it's 2-3 of them?
It could be Nico Gonzalez. It could be Conceição. Last night, rumours started intensifying again of Jadon Sancho.
Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling.
He's a very serious now with us as well.
Yeah, because I think Chelsea have pretty much...
There's something about me, yeah. I think people might laugh even when I clip this, right? I wouldn't mind Raheem Sterling at Juventus under Thiago Motta because like you said, Thiago's got something about him where Like he did it with Xerxes last season, he did it with Calafiore, he did it with Lewis Ferguson. He was the Serie A midfield of the year. Lewis Ferguson, Scotland.
What a player.
He was Bologna's captain and he was Serie A mid. Thiago Motta is that type of coach where, like you said, he can build a relationship with the players at the same time, and he's got the tactics with him, and that's why we're excited to see him cook now at Juventus, right? And I thought that's what was going to happen.
Yeah,
he would get time to build with some of these players here, but
you know what? Obviously,
if we get Raheem Sterling then to finish that off, I think that he'll be all right because he plays that inverted winger system.
You know what? With Raheem Sterling in Serie A, I think most of them defenders are going to be chasing shadows.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think he'll be all right.
I don't know. I don't know
if you get him, you get him. If you don't get him, so that's my opinion on Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
Who do you like to see then from the batch that you just mentioned there yourself?
Personally, I would like to see Nico Gonzalez.
Okay.
Because I think he's a more rounded player. Do you know what I mean? He's got a bit of everything to him. However, he's injury prone. But if we've got a choice of 3 or 4, Jadon Sancho.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No. So we'll do it like this.
Raheem Sterling.
We just said maybe. We both said maybe.
Conceição are probably
more than them too.
Yeah. And then Nico Gonzalez.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So don't get me wrong. If I had the choice of Vinicius and everyone else, of course I'd take one of them. But
100%. But the 4 that we've got there.
Yeah. From the 4 that we've got there, I'd personally go for Nico Gonzalez. However, that young kid, Mbangula.
He's on the wing as well. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't want it to.
He hasn't left yet as well.
Yeah, well, he hasn't officially left, but
I think if he doesn't officially leave as well by the end of he'll end up playing for us. He's too good. Motta knows that as well. He's too good just to rot for until January.
100%.
So there will be another option as well.
He's got to because the only fear I have is we're gonna pack it out so much on the wing that someone like one of the youngsters will get pushed to the back. If you remember Illing Jr.
Yeah.
Something very similar happened
to him. Samuel Illing Jr. did really well every time he put a Juve shirt on. And I was a bit upset that he left.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Don't get me wrong. At the moment, they're saying it's not working out at Villa and stuff like that. That's their problem.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? That's their problem.
It was working out.
Of course.
Every time he came on, you're right, he did something dangerous. He got a goal, he got an assist even. He made something happen. He was taking a defender on. He was exciting winger, man. You know, you're right there. Our next gen program from the last 3 to 5 seasons, right, it's probably up there, the top 5 youth programs in Europe, and of course I'll put that statement out there without no fear of somebody going to say to me or what. Dean Houston just moved to Bournemouth. Matthias Sula came from there. Berenkia, who's just moved to Aston Villa. He had a great season at Frosinone. If he gets a chance, he'll be good. Illing Jr., like Oz's just mentioned, and the one that I was just going to move on to now, well, after Keenan Yildiz is my guy, and that he's the number 10.
Well player.
Kefren Turam, Douglas Luiz we've got as well. We just bought Kalulu, who I think, you know what, all you fans that were saying to me, all you fans that came on my live saying you got no pull, you got no this, you got no that. To be honest, right, if you follow the transfer properly, we didn't want Tadibo, we wanted Calafiore all along.
100%.
Tadibo then rejected West Ham and he said, I'm waiting for Juventus to come and make a bid. Get it right, people. It wasn't us saying to Tadibo, we're going to come make a bid. He goes, I want you lot to come make a bid. We go, if we got them one like we are, and we're going to try working out. We didn't work it out, and we let him go to that. Kalulu we've got for loan, and he's actually put it on his profile. He's not a loan, it's a full transfer, so I think they're going to sign him 15 million. I'll take Kalulu over Tadibo, no lie, because I've seen Kalulu more.
100%.
So I'm happy with that one. And we've got Bremer with him. In the midfield, like I was saying, Douglas Luiz, Thuram, we just need to get this guy over the line. When's he going to come here? I couldn't mind it.
You know what? I've been raving about him for the last couple of seasons. I've been telling people, I've been saying, listen, this guy's a good player.
And he's coming to us to set the claim.
You know what? When he comes, I'm going to pull out all them old WhatsApp messages.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm going to say, boys, 2 years ago, man.
Last year, I said it to my boys in the football group. I go, boys, T and Cooper Miners, watch out for this guy. And I went to watch the Europa League final live, right? And to Mustafa, I kept saying, he goes, just look at him, man.
You know what he is? He's levels above.
Kassim is bad, and you know what?
Levels above.
Fans were I was disappointed that fans got to miss out. Well, they missed out on him due to his injury at the Euros, man. Because he would have been very, very good for Holland.
Yeah, for Holland.
They were really good as well. And when they played England, he would have been the type of midfield to penetrate them because that's his type of style. He's always vertical passing, and Gasperini's tactics at Atalanta have instilled that in him.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, he's that type of player who can drive a midfield forward.
100%. Even against Liverpool, if I remember correctly, when they beat him at Anfield, were it 3-0? He would just...
Bro, he ran Anfield.
100%.
He ran Anfield. Let's just be
100%.
real. He just ran. That's why they won 3-0. Even Liverpool fans, when they were after that game, were messaging me, "Oh, do you know about this guy?" Another one that I wouldn't mind, right? And I don't know if you could get him for cheap or not, but if he would ever become available, was that Edison from Atlanta.
Edison is quality.
I think you knew I was going to say him.
That's the next person that
that
you'd say.
He's Brazilian and Juve. I don't know. It just makes sense, man. I think we should make a bid for him. You know?
In that final against Leverkusen, he was immense.
He ate that grass up.
Every single blade of it.
Every single, you're right, man. And he's good on the ball. That's the good thing.
The way he was just coming out, just direct, old school kind of. Thinking, yeah, man.
Actually, another one, that I seen in the Copa America, and I thought, man, you were going to buy him. Richard Rios, that Colombian.
Yes.
Very good.
Yep. I thought United were very closely linked with him, you know what I mean? But then again, that's Man United for you.
Keenan Yildiz, number 10. Thuram had a great game, and we seen Yildiz. Yildiz for me was man of the match.
Yep.
He was quality, man. And I love this kid from last season. As soon as I seen him, I was raving about him. He's all over my TikTok. Go to last season. And I did a podcast on YouTube on Yildiz, just on Yildiz being a star boy last season. So I love this guy. Number 10, a lot of people said it's too early. I don't know. I think they know what they're doing, and it's built a bit of hype and excitement for the fans around the club that we got new number 10. And he loves Del Piero. I've not seen another player love Del Piero as much as this kid. He does his celebration, got his posters up on his wall.
He's put us to shame, man.
Yeah.
He's put us to shame, bro. I'm telling you.
That's right. We were the Del Piero stands in the world, man. He's the guy. Trust me. His first time a goal, he did Del Piero celebration.
Man.
And even like, he's a young Del Piero.
Of course.
95, 96 Del Piero this is we're watching. Not as good as no one. I'm not going to say that honestly, because Alessandro was a world talent.
Yeah.
Yildiz has got a lot to do to get there, but it's very, very exciting time.
100%.
Great performance against Como. I know it's only Como before you all jump on me. Who we played this week?
Verona.
Away from home.
And you know what? Verona just spanked Napoli 3-0.
Forget Napoli, we're gonna show Verona.
No, you know what? Verona, man.
No, we're gonna show them. Watch. We're gonna show Verona.
I said that we took the best player.
Yeah.
Cabal.
What a player, man. Gus me, I love him.
You know what? Two things, bro. We nicked him under the noses of Inter Milan.
Yeah, I love that as well, you're right. He loves us anyway. He was pictured wearing our shirt in 2017.
Listen, what's happened is, Inter wanted to sign him, so Inter got Cuadrado. Our legend.
Yeah.
Our legend.
He's not legend no more, bro. I don't know why you even said that.
Look,
I despise him.
Right, listen. So what Cuadrado's done is he's rang Cabal. He says, look, go to Juve. So Inter got Cuadrado to ring him, and he rang him back saying, listen, go to Juve.
Nah, do you know Cuadrado's a snake or something, man.
Listen. You know what? He did nothing for them.
Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
We sent him as a undercover. Not even like we were talking. Luciano,
mate. Luciano's the man.
That's the ones, man. Right, Jose, what do you think for the rest of the season predictions? We'll end this week's podcast on that, and next week we'll extend it out to the other teams as well, don't we? For Juve, what do we think? We're in the Champions League this season. We're defending Coppa Italian champions and the Serie A.
Do you want my predictions, or do you want what I'm going to be happy with?
I want you both for first predictions.
Okay, predictions. I reckon we're finishing second.
Right. Just carry on. We can see if the recording's still going. Finishing second, we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all good. Those are door.
Yeah.
Finishing second. Yeah.
Quarters of the Champions League. I'm just being conservative. I'd say quarters of the Champions League, one step at a time. And Coppa Italia, we're bagging that. We're bagging the Coppa.
Okay, so we get back-to-back Coppas, right?
Back-to-back Coppas, top 4 in the league, second though.
So tell you something, growing up, we never won the Coppa. You'll know this.
We didn't win it for a long time.
Conte broke that record, yes. It's weird to me when I see Juventus winning Coppa Italia. Honestly, I know this is a weird thing to say to you.
No, Conte didn't win it.
Allegri
won it. Allegri won 4 in his first spell.
4 in a row, 4 doubles, isn't it?
Yeah. 4 in his first spell.
And now 1 year.
And then, last season.
And Pirlo won as one. That's the only trophy Pirlo won with Ronaldo's last season. Yeah. We're going to do a special podcast because we're always getting asked about this. I'm sure Ozil does as well. Ronaldo's the most followed guy in the world. We love him. We do. As Juve fans, we actually love him as well. But it's a different perspective when you're talking about it as supporters of the club, and I don't think it's ever come out from any Juve fans like a full-on podcast or a good conversation on Ronaldo's legacy and time at Juventus Football Club, what he did, how he did. I tell you another thing, he left us the perfect way. There was no emotions involved or nothing. And I think he understood. Yeah, I think he understood. He understood Juve straight. He went out the back door. He's like, "Yeah, I've got you 100 goals. I'll give you trophies, bye." Yeah. And we were like, "Yeah, no problem, bye. See you later."
I think the post on his Instagram or whatever, he sent it when he was in Manchester.
Yeah.
You know, we said, "See you later, mate."
I said that to my boys. Yeah, I go, that's the only thing that I had something in my heart with him, because he joined because of the fans. So maybe for the fans, he should have stayed in Turin, done that statement, met them when he was leaving the medical centre and all that, and then gone. That's the only thing I had. But anyway, I think we're winning the league.
Now going to what I want.
And then I'll give my predictions.
I'm hoping we are going to win it.
Okay.
I'm hoping we are going to win it. Unfortunately, I think Inter, unfortunately, I think they're just better equipped. Not in terms of their style of play or anything, because that's always been horrible. You know what I mean? I
even if Inzaghi, you don't like it,
bro. I despise everything about them. You don't understand, honestly.
As a shirt collector, I've got Inter shirts. He would have killed me if he seen it on me today.
Bro, listen, my nephew's an Inter Milan fan. I don't talk to him no more. Two of them are. One of them's young, so he's about 10 years old.
Let him go. Let him puberty. He's gone as well.
The other two nephews, they're AC Milan fans. I can sit and eat with them.
I was just going to say, we could... AC, we can vote with AC, man.
I can sit and eat with them. And then one sits next to me. He's a Juve fan.
Bro, the Nerazzurri, I don't know what it is.
But you know what? Man. They're continuing that legacy of Serie A kind of thing in the household.
Good, man.
And three of them are from Luton. So three of them are from Luton, all in one house. Right, Juve fan, Inter fan.
Wait, roll there.
Luton sides. So yeah, man.
So you want us to win the league. What else you want us to win the Coppa Italia? What do you want in the Champions League realistically, your own?
Realistically, my own.
Same as what you predicted, Champions League? Quarterfinals?
I'd want to go beyond the quarters. I'd hope maybe semis or something, but it's Thiago's first season.
His first.
You know what I mean? It's his first. It's our first in 2 years.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
We dropped ourselves last year, didn't we?
Listen, that was a masterclass by us, though. Full on masterclass.
Nobody understood me. Yeah. We just dropped out.
We took the points deduction in the league.
Yes, it was a masterclass.
Of course it was, because it didn't hurt finances or anything like that.
And the fans didn't even care that we're in Europe. We knew we didn't going to win it. There's no chance of any of the club going.
It was either Conference League or take a one year ban in Europe. We said, you know what? We'll take the 1 year ban in Europe.
We don't even Conference League. We don't even get there everywhere. We won that cup before the Cup Winners' Cup when it used to be called that.
Yeah, exactly.
We were the first club in European club history to win all the UEFA trophies.
Yes.
Remember that, yeah? Remember that, like that guy says. I remember that.
We won that in 93, I believe, when we won the UEFA Cup. Baggio.
There you go. Check that out. Ozan knows more than me, probably. So my prediction, I think we're winning the league, and that you could call me biased for that, but I've been saying it since Motta became our manager. I think it's perfect time for him to become the manager. He's got the perfect squad that they're building for him. Champions League, I think we'll get to the round of 16, I'm not going to lie. I want us to get further, but it's a new format. There's 2 extra games in the group stages. I'll be covering that in a different podcast later on with Sub. And then I think Coppa Italia, winning it is good. If you don't win it, I'm not really bothered this season.
We've got loads of them anyway.
Yeah, you're right. No, last season
we're stacked with them.
I didn't expect to win it last season as well, and that was a bonus to be Vlahovic getting that win. It was good to see. So there you are, man. That's our first podcast. Juventus Football Club this season. We're on the rise. We're back. Just watch out. We're back. Thiago Motta is going to be cooking, and we'll see you in the next one. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.